Hello, Hybrid here, folks, for WPW TV, or whatever WPW decides to call this little thing, where everybody has to go on weeks before the show and come up with some kind of interview, some catchy thing to say. And seeing as I'm kind of contractually obligated to do it, I figured, what the hell, I'll play along. Because it actually makes sense. You see, 14 days from now, September 15th, Reading Philly Stadium, me, Hybrid, versus Missy Sampson. Yeah, Missy Sampson, the pig in the pink who beat Zach Connor, that Ripper guy who was falling out of his tights. And Eddie Valentine, you know, the guy who used to be badass, but now he thinks he's real sexy because he puts a leather jacket on, grows a mustache, and shaves his thighs. The problem with all of this isn't the fact that Missy Sampson's the champion. I really don't have a problem with Missy Sampson, except Missy Sampson seems to be a case of right place, right time, whereas other guys, I don't want to mention names, but let's see, Matt Bomboy, myself, Corey Castle, you know, Rick Feinberg, Ray Alexander, the piece of crap that he is. You know, we all worked to be champion. We all worked to be champion. Missy Sampson seems to find herself being the champion in a situation where the company's kind of struggling to put asses in seats. Don't get me wrong, I think the idea of a woman champion is very avant-garde of you, WPW owner Shannon Hunter. Oh, bring kayfabe, I don't know. But let's face facts. I find it odd that the woman owner has a woman champion in a time where just struggling. The company's hurting. So you got an idea. I got an idea. Let's not push our talent. Let's not push the guys like Mark Angels, the Andy Headers, the Nick Talents. Let's not push those guys who can wrestle, the Chris Wilds of the company, Hybrid. Let's take this woman and push her to the top. And now she's there. And Missy Sampson, this isn't personal. This isn't. It's right place, right time for you. That's fantastic. But the problem is, A, I shouldn't have to wrestle you. And B, I'm just better than you, Missy Sampson, because I worked for what I got. I worked for that championship. I hurt a lot of friends to get it. Now, I'm not going to say that you don't deserve a championship match, because you do, what, 15, almost 20 years wrestling? God knows how long you've been with WPW. That's outstanding. I give up on a crap after 20 minutes. You waited 15 or so years for your shot at WPW Gold. But just because you deserve it doesn't mean you should get it. You know, it's gonna break my heart to have to stomp your face in to get my belt back. And another thing that's gonna break my heart, is gimmick. I'd like to tell everyone a story right now if I could. And I know that I can because it's my camera and this is my time. When I got hired by WPW, I met with Eddie Valentine and Shannon Hunter. Oh my, they're like, you know what, Ed? That's the Hybrid's real name is Ed, because we're about to get really real with a lot of this, because it's all coming off. We really like you, you know. In fact, we like you so much, we're gonna give you this giant axe to carry, and we're gonna put you in a really cool leather jacket, and you're gonna spit blood, and you're gonna be the Hybrid of WPW. We're gonna put you with the War Gods. Now, first and foremost, the whole War Gods thing wasn't a bad idea. I got to learn a lot from some really cool guys. The problem is that the Cremators, the Glenn Osbornes, the Nate Haight, that's who those guys were. I was a skinny kid holding an axe trying to be cool. They knew I didn't fit in. The fans knew I didn't fit in. And I knew that I didn't fit in. So it got kind of tough when I kept going to WPW. And I kept chopping away. Why can't you just let me, do things and be me? I can give you a better match, performance, whatever. Maybe put a few more fans in the seats. No, Ed. We really like what you're doing. We like it so much. We're going to re-sign the hybrid. Oh, that's grand, until the hybrid gets hurt after winning the championship. And, this is where it hurts, because I'm professionally torn and morally not giving a shit. So, fuck it, nobody's watching anyway, kind of like the Cleveland Indian games. So what happens is I get hurt, I'm unable to wrestle, I need a proxy for my championship match at the last Reading Philly show in June or July or February. Who really knows, because nobody was really there. So what happened was Eddie Valentine wrestles for me, which is great, because I figure here's fast Eddie Valentine. And that guy who kicked ass with John Dahmer in CZW. Except I didn't get the ass kicker from CZW. I got the sexiest man alive. The guy in the leather jacket shaking his hips. Like a gay Val Venus, with the Freddie Mercury stash and the shaved thighs and the bikini brief bottoms and the patched up sewn leather jacket. I was confused, and it hit me right there. It was in my head. It just wouldn't come out. We're going to push, not the talent, but the gimmick. WPW is all about gimmick. It should be GP. It should be gimmick pro wrestling. Because let's face it, nobody cares if you're any good. Nobody cares that you can wrestle, that you can work. Do you look good in a leather jacket? Shaking your hips? Flopping your wiener? Oh yeah. Boom. Right to the top you go. Ooh, a woman. She's the only woman we have besides Shannon Hunter, but she's not a wrestler. Let's boom, heavyweight champion. Oh yeah. So September 15th, Missy Sampson, since this all seems to be about gimmick, I kind of got an idea. And, it's a good one. I've been thinking about it for a long time, almost like 17 minutes now. I'm going to trade this gimmick, okay? Let's trade this gimmick for this gimmick. Ooh. Isn't this dramatic? The lamp with the white sheet. Oh my God, I feel like a indie pro wrestler. So let's do it, Missy Sampson. What do you say, September 15th, you versus the hybrid in a, what should we call it? Let's call it a GPW, a gimmick pro wrestling, that doesn't really seem fair, considering we're gonna have to change the banners and all that crap, and the Reading Phillies are gonna want, what's gimmick? I'm screwball, I don't know. So let's call it a WPW Heavyweight Championship Hardcore Falls Count Anywhere, no holds barred, insert cliche match here. Because quite frankly, Missy Sampson, I'm at the end of my wits, and I just, like Phil Collins said, I don't care anymore. I don't care about the gimmicks, about the rules. I don't care about this kayfabe thing, because quite frankly, it's all a bunch of shit. I'm talking about we're not supposed to talk about that Shannon Hunter's owning the company and pulling all the strings, and she's booking the show with her vagina. We're not. Oh no. But I tell you, Shannon Hunter, you're a whole other bag of cats. I told you what would happen if you got involved in my business again. And I had a heart then. I knew I had to team up with you to get the championship, and I had a heart, and I should have driven that axe through your pasty white ass. But I didn't, because I didn't want to scrape the blood and the guts from you off of that with these hands. And every day since then, I've instantly regretted that decision. So I'm going to tell you what happens. If you get involved in my match, Shannon Hunter, I will end you. I will break you. I have had it with your crap. I've had it with your bullshit. You wouldn't let me wrestle when I was healthy the last show, and you put Eddie Valentine in my spot, and look what happened. I lost my championship. Well, ain't that some shit? That is just hunky frickin' dory. So I'll tell you what. If you get involved, after Missy Sampson gets this, I'm going to deliver it to you personally. You know, it's funny. It's a friend of mine once said, it's not about the gold. It's about the blood. And I got a really good feeling. A really good feeling. September 15th, Missy Sampson, there's going to be a little bit of bloodshed. And it won't be mine. It's going to be yours. And Shannon Hunter. If you get involved, if you so much as fart during my match in the locker room, well, my friend and I are going to pay you a little visit. So Missy Sampson, if the new champion thinks that she's game, and if you want to, I'll play with the big boys and take their belts, and not think that you can't get what's coming to you, sweetheart, your right place, right time championship reign just turned into wrong place, wrong time. End of championship reign. End of stupid interview that I never do. So, I'll see you in a few weeks.